Hi all, this is Danny, and I had promised you all online a review of Academy's brand new model, which came out 26 January 2023 here in South Korea. So it actually came out yesterday, and it is Academy's model 12353, United States Navy F4U-4 Corsair, the Battle of Jangjin Reservoir, in English known as the Battle of Chosin Reservoir. And so one of the questions I received is this new tooling? Because supposedly in ScaleMates it says it is new tooling. So it kind of becomes actually a review of two models at the same time. But anyways, so to answer your question on the tooling, no, it is not new tooling. At least not completely new tooling. So let's open the boxes first and I explain why. So there's two models here. This is the model, the new one, and this one is Academy's F4U-4B Korean War model 12267, and I'll explain to you guys what I'm talking about in a minute. So first of all, let's review what's in the box. In the box you have the decal sheet, quite typical of Academy, thin, very good detailed decals. You have the manual. Let's see about the manual. First page, like usual, Academy, is the painting guide, followed by the assembly instructions. First page, wing and engine and cockpit assembly. Second page, fuselage, undercarriage assembly. Page 3, the ordnance and undercarriage assembly to the plane. Page 4, propeller and tail wheel, arrestor hook and canopy. And then the last page, 2 pages, are the decal placement, and this is interesting. There are 4 decal sets here. 2 that are a direct reference to the new movie Devotion, the story of the first United States Navy African-American aviator Jesse Brown, Ensign Jesse Brown. And if you've watched Devotion, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, you might want to watch it. It's a good movie. Just watched it 2 nights ago. Anyways, the first kit that you can build is Ensign Jesse Brown's Corsair. The second one is the one of Lieutenant Tom Hoodner, who was his friend, and also they flew together. So quite remarkable that they actually copied this decal set and matched it to the movie. So quite interesting. A good fact is Lieutenant Hoodner's Corsair was 205. Jesse Brown's was not 100% sure if it was 211 or a different number, but according to the movie it was 211. So of course the decal set shows this. The other 2 models are Marine Corps versions, and from the same squadron, and so you have an opportunity to either do US Navy or US Marine Corps. Now let's look at the parts. Now here's where I want to talk about the kits and how new is the mold. Now first of all, if you look at the fuselage sprues, you will notice they're absolutely identical. Even the canopy is identical. Let's look at the wing assemblies. Well, actually no, let's look first at the propeller and armament assembly. You will notice these parts are also identical. The only difference is that there is an extra sprue in here, this sprue here, which has an extra set of rockets. Now that could be because possibly the Marine Corps and the Navy might have used different rockets, or 2 different versions. I think one is possibly a HE and the other one an AP rocket, but that's something you have to research. That is not up for me to do. Now the last sprue is the wing sprue. And though the wings are identical, there is one difference. The F4U-4B version Korean War is quad 20mm equipped aircraft. So she had 4 20mm cannons, while the F4-4 had 6 50 cal machine guns, and that is where I can say the molding is new, because this is a new wing. Also, while we're at the wing, you have here the mounting for the 2 bombs or the 2 fuel tanks, drop tanks. Also, there are holes on the inside pre-drilled for the rockets. So if you want to attach the rocket mounts and the rockets itself, you will have to drill the holes through from the inside, but like I say, they're pre-marked, so it's reasonably easy. Quality of the parts, I think, is really good. The panel lines are very fine. They're engraved, they're not raised. The detail looks crisp and clean, like I'm used to from Academy. I'm actually a fan of Academy. Why? Number one, they're in Korea, where I am too. They're cheap and they're rather detailed. Now, the only gripe I have is the cockpit. Okay, now I am not a person that cares about a cockpit that has to be 100% perfect. If that's what I want, then I'll just buy an Edward kit or whatever, or I'll buy a real Corsair. But the truth is, okay, for me, I build for fun. I don't build to impress or, go on to shows. So the instrument panel, both sides of the pilot seat are raised like the actual instrument panel, which is on the other side. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's also raised. Now, there's my gripe there, because the decal sheet has the option, there's a decal option for the instrument panel, and I'll show it to you in a second. I'm trying to get this without moving my head. Anyways, here's the instrument panel. Now, if you can see, there's instruments, but no dials. And so my question is, am I supposed to put these over the raised instruments on the panel, which would indicate I would have to use some kind of settling fluid for the decals? And I don't know how good that would look and if that would be even effective. But my thing is, I would like to have the option to say, okay, I want to apply decals to the instrument panel, but also apply decals to the consoles. So it'd be great if they would provide decals for the side consoles and give the user the option to just sand down the race detail to put decals on here. Save time, looks good, and perfectly made for lazy guys like me. Anyways, like I say, the detail is really nice, crisp, clean. I don't see too many problems, honestly. But again, when you look at the instruction sheet for both models, they are near identical. So no, this is definitely not a completely new mold. This is partially new, but also predominantly copied of the older kit, which originally, I think, the Korean War Corsair came out in 1997, I think, and was reboxed in 2012. So yes, you're looking at an older kit, but the quality, like I say, is great, and it's cheap. I paid for mine. I paid 18,000 won, as you can see here, which comes around to about 15, 16 bucks. So it was a pleasant buy, pleasant priced, and I'll be assembling it as soon as I'm done with my Zero, and I'll hope to put some photos up of the progress of the build. Thank you.